Making a narcissist plan to destroy you, to take something away from you, to really make their agenda backfire. And here's something. Here's the latest about my narcissistic family. My gold-digging sister's husband had the gall to call up my oldest daughter to act like he's so concerned for her. So worried, so concerned. Makes me wonder one or two things, or maybe both. Maybe one, that might have prompted this guy to call my oldest daughter. I would have to say, you know what? Here it is on a Saturday. And sounds like to me that this is the day that my narcissistic mom was at my gold digging sister's house, along with my largemouth sister and whoever else is around, gossiping. And he's probably maybe tired of hearing their cries of how they're dying for information, trying to find some things out. They're dying. Their supply is dying. Their supply is very scarce. And them crying about me exposing them and the rest of the family of what they really are and what they've done to me. And they can't take it, and they're crying about it. So what does this gold-digging sister of mine, her husband, do? Try to get information from my oldest daughter by calling and blocking his number and making it restricted coming through her phone. And she just informed me today of what happened. And his cry of, well, why is your mother going on YouTube exposing us as narcissists, or exposing our family as narcissists, or exposing our narcissistic family? Well, hey, even though I cut myself out of my narcissistic family for good, that means that the blood that's running through each and every one of their veins is running through mine. And no matter how much they deny me, how much I cut them off, there's that genetics, unfortunately. So, with them being narcissistic, I must be really telling the truth to saying, well, why is she talking about our narcissistic family? Well, like it or not, even though I cut myself off this piece of shit family, I'm still part of this family. But only biologically. I've done replaced each one of them with people who love me, care about me, and know what kind of a piece of shit bio family I had that I had to cut off. Even my fiance has seen it all. So no matter what smear campaigns that they'll try, they know it's a lie. They know, but I've been through, they've witnessed it all. So, narc family out there of mine, my new family has my back. You didn't think no one could love me well. Your plan backfired. And here's another interesting thing. Here's something else that's interesting. Is that when my gold digging sister's husband spoke to my daughter today, he was trying this being concerned mess to try to get information. That purpose, and then the other purpose was to try to find some type of ammunition to try to take away my grandkids away. Well, it's not going to happen. It will not happen. First of all. And then here's the other thing. Very interesting. Was somewhere along the lines of not so much just me exposing them for what they are. Of course, they're pissed off about it, and they're really just desperate. And who knows, maybe he was just trying to send some type of message. Probably didn't think my daughter wouldn't call me and tell me. My daughter tells me everything. Everything. But then another thing that this piece of shit husband of my gold digging sister, they're all sore. Especially my narcissistic mother, they're very sore that my narcissistic mother had a plan in mind. Not let alone that she actually gave my oldest daughter a deadline to leave her house. She gave my oldest daughter up until the first day of October, and this was last year. And behind the scenes, my oldest daughter already had a place already lined up. So as stupid and naive as my narcissistic mother is, along with the rest of them, or along with the rest of her flying monkeys, what's funny is that she had a plan, and her stupidity or her naiveness, thinking, well, that my oldest daughter tells her everything, and that, my oldest daughter will tell her when she's leaving, and that didn't come to pass. She had the plan of wanting to rally up her flying monkeys, my sisters, and really make it a living hell and create a lot of drama once they knew when my daughter was going to move out, and she didn't get to have that. But she disguised it as, well, why did she not leave without saying goodbye? Well, narcissistic mother of mine, my daughter finally smartened up. Because how many times have you pulled the bullshit of preventing her from leaving? Holding her from leaving so she can continue to take your abuse along with the rest of your flying monkeys? How about the time when my first grandson was still a baby, maybe even still an infant, and my largemouth sister, while she was pregnant with my first grandkid, said that he was a bastard kid. And all of a sudden now, when my first grandson was born, and I don't know, he might have been maybe 5-6 months, maybe a little older, and tried to yank my grandson out of my daughter's arms. And my largemouth sister had the audacity to smack my oldest daughter with baby in hand. But when my daughter tried to fight back, now my narcissistic mother didn't do anything about my loudmouth sister smacking my oldest daughter. She didn't do nothing about it. But let alone my oldest daughter try to fight back, And then that's when she caught my oldest daughter's arm. Just imagine if I was there, because it would have not happened. But anyway, here's something else. Basically, I programmed my daughter against you freaking narcs. Yes, you narc mom and your flying monkeys. It means my biological siblings. You all had a plan, and I just beat all of you assholes to the punch. And say you're still crying. We didn't get a chance to say goodbye. No, you didn't get a chance to pull your drama and pull your bullshit and try to take away my grandkid. Get over it. Get over it. And I know you're constant plotting to try to make my oldest daughter look and seem that she's not fit. You're fishing. Which tells me that's another reason why my gold digging's husband called my oldest daughter, because he wanted to hear something come from her, like she can't take care of her kids. And let me tell you something, she's taking care of my grandkids fine. How? The man upstairs. That's all I'm going to say. But very slick. This guy, this husband of my gold digging sister, just thought he was so slick. Gonna act like, well, I'm just worried about you. I'm concerned. Really? And then asking my oldest daughter about, why am I talking about the family, this narcissistic family on YouTube? Why? Because I'm exposing the truth, and I will not stop. I will not stop. I'm going to continue to expose and make examples out of you pieces of shit, narc family of mine. I will. And I'm really getting your goat. And you're not getting mine. I'm sitting back here laughing my ass off. Really. I've read articles. And I might have even seen some videos about how impossible it is that you can't outsmart a narc. Yes, you can. Because all you gotta do is think like a narc. I mean, face it. How do you think police catch criminals? They have to think like a criminal. They gotta figure out where criminals hang out. They gotta figure out their habits. And the same thing when you want to kill cockroaches, right? So basically, you gotta think like a cockroach. Where do cockroaches hang out? What draws cockroaches? What attracts them? And to say that you can't really, say that you really can't outsmart a narcissist, yes you can. By number one, empowering yourself and matching up your narcissist with all the traits that you know of. And you got to think like a narc. I'm not saying become one, but kind of know their way of thinking, their thought patterns, their behaviors, and you have to be several steps ahead, and you can make their plan backfire. My oldest daughter did that. And you know, they're just pissed off because one, I'm exposing them. Two, they're trying to find out information, get information from my oldest daughter. to try to take away her kids, and you know it's not going to happen because she's not going to give you any information to go on. Nice try. Nice try. It's not happening. And I'm sitting here having a last laugh. And the thing about it is, my narcissistic mother lied to my gold digging sister's husband of saying that my daughter didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I mean, she didn't get a chance to say goodbye to my daughter. But she did not reveal to him that she actually gave my oldest daughter a deadline to be out by a certain time. Let's just say narcs have a selective memory. It's like they know, but they're not going to say everything. And also, I just know that they're just pulling straws. My narcissistic family, at this point, they're fishing. They're going to use people. And I have some feeling that my narcissistic mom, along with my narc sisters, have something behind my gold digging sister calling my oldest daughter, getting information. While I beat all of you narcs to the punch and got her programmed. And I got her empowered just like me. So you can't get no information. And you never will. I taught her all of the narcissistic traits, the behaviors, thought patterns, strategies. I taught her well. Very well. And so, you can make a narcissist's plans backfire. Because they always have an intention to try to destroy you. To try to take away something from you. And right now, I have a very good strong hunch that they're trying to take away my grandkids, and it's not going to happen. It will not happen. So, of course, he's in on this too. My gold digging sister's husband's in on this. Trying to get information. And guess what? My daughter hung up on him. And so I'm training her more on how to handle phone calls like that. So anyway, I just really thought I'd share this with you. Just always know your narcissists are always constantly trying to plot. Even if you make and declare no contact. They are constantly trying to find ways. Trying to get information, try to take you down. Try to take something away from you, even your own children. And play your cards right. And be several steps ahead of your narc and know how they are, what their strategies are, because to me, once you got their strategies pretty much figured out and you know they're plotting, maybe you don't know what they're plotting, but you know they're plotting something, it makes you that much more smarter to think ahead and always be vigilant. And you can train those around you, whether it be your own children or siblings, maybe if they haven't fallen prey to your narcissistic parents, that you can train them and program them against your narc. But based on the comments and feedbacks I've gotten on my videos, there's quite a bit of you. They're just basically isolated out, meaning like you're just a family scapegoat and you have nobody on your side. Or probably you do have friends on your side, but not siblings. But if you have children out there, program them against your narc. Keep your children away from them. Because if you don't, then basically they're going to try to use those kids against you and to try to further isolate you even more. So I wish you peace, all of you. I wish each and every one of you love and peace. And remember that you can defeat the narcissist in your life. Just know their strategies. You already empowered yourself about what a narcissist is, what they do, their intentions, their behaviors, their patterns. You know all this. Now it's time to start applying what you learned. Whether it be from my channel or other YouTube channels about narcissism, things you've read, it's time to apply the knowledge. It's time to apply that knowledge. When your narcissists start plotting, when they start putting their plots into action, we all know that they use third parties to get information from you. So always be aware of that. Don't know what the next video will be, but I will continue to expose the narc family of mine for what they are. And it's not going to stop. So, this is Mary Ellen, signing off. Thank you. Take care. Bye for now.